The production of offspring from two parents, sexual reproduction. It is a process where two parents combine their genetic material to create unique offspring. Imagine trying to make the perfect smoothie using ingredients from two different shelves in your kitchen. Just like combining fruits from both shelves to create a delightful blend, sexual reproduction involves mixing genetic material from two parents to produce unique offspring. In this analogy, each shelf represents a parent. The ingredients symbolize the genetic material, and the smoothie is the new, distinct offspring created from the harmonious combination of both parents' contributions. The process where a single parent reproduces by itself, its offspring are identical. Asexual reproduction is when an organism makes a copy of itself without needing a mate. Imagine you're making a photocopy of a document at home and all you need is one perfect duplicate. Just as the copier takes the original document and produces an exact replica without needing any additional materials, asexual reproduction involves a single organism creating a genetically identical offspring without the need for a second parent. In this analogy, the original document is like the parent organism. The photocopier represents the asexual reproduction process, and the resulting copy is the identical offspring, showing how a single source can create a perfect duplicate of itself. A cell that has two sets of chromosomes, diploid. In simple terms, diploid means a cell contains two full sets of chromosomes, one set from each parent. Imagine you're trying to put together a puzzle, but you have two identical boxes of puzzle pieces instead of just one. This is similar to the idea of a diploid cell, which contains two sets of chromosomes, much like having two sets of puzzle pieces to complete the picture. Just as each box of puzzle pieces provides a complete image on its own, each set of chromosomes in a diploid cell contains the full genetic blueprint needed for an organism, ensuring there's always a backup if one piece or set is missing or damaged. A cell that has only one set of chromosomes, haploid. In simple terms, haploid refers to cells like sperm and egg cells that contain just one complete set of chromosomes. Imagine you're trying to make a meal, but you only have one of each ingredient in your pantry. This situation is similar to a haploid cell, which contains only one set of chromosomes, much like your pantry only having the single unit of each necessary item for your recipe. Just as you can prepare a simple, straightforward meal with one of each ingredient, a haploid cell functions with its singular set of chromosomes to carry out its basic processes. The process in cell division where the number of chromosomes is halved, meiosis. Meiosis is when cells divide to make sex cells, like sperm and eggs, each with half the usual number of chromosomes. Imagine you're packing a suitcase for a week-long trip and realize you have too many clothes to fit in your luggage. This is similar to meiosis, where a cell needs to reduce its chromosome count by half to ensure proper function in reproduction. Just as you would strategically select and separate only the necessary clothes to fit your suitcase and still prepare for your journey. Meiosis carefully divides and reduces the chromosomes so that each reproductive cell ends up with just the right amount needed for fertilization. The haploid sex cell formed by female reproductive organs. An egg is a female reproductive cell that, when fertilized by a sperm, can develop into a new organism. Imagine you're trying to find the perfect piece of a puzzle that will fit precisely and complete the picture. Just like searching for that one puzzle piece, the haploid sex cell, or egg, is looking for its counterpart to create new life. In this analogy, the puzzle piece represents the egg, a specialized cell with half the genetic information needed, waiting to combine with the sperm, the other half, much like how two puzzle pieces come together to complete the image. when a male reproductive cell sperm joins with a female reproductive cell egg. Fertilization is the process where the sperm and egg merge to form a new organism.
Imagine you're trying to find the perfect match for a puzzle piece among a pile of scattered pieces. Much like how the puzzle piece needs to fit perfectly with its counterpart to complete the picture. A male reproductive cell, sperm, must find and join with a female reproductive cell, egg, to initiate the creation of new life. Just as the correct puzzle piece clicks into place to reveal the image, the sperm and egg merge to begin the development of an embryo, highlighting the essential role of this union in the process of fertilization.
The sex cell produced in male reproductive organs. Sperm is a male reproductive cell that carries genetic information necessary for fertilization.
Imagine trying to find a specific book in a massive library without a map. Just as you navigate through countless shelves to locate the book, sperm navigate through the vast female reproductive system to reach the egg. Each sperm is like a determined reader, seeking its target amidst a multitude of distractions and obstacles, much like finding that one book in an endless sea of information within the library.
The male reproductive organs that produce sperm and testosterone are called testes. Testes are small, egg-shaped glands in men that make sperm and hormones like testosterone.
Imagine trying to maintain a garden where you need to continuously produce flowers and ensure the soil is rich in nutrients. Just like a gardener who manages both the blossoming of flowers and the nourishment of the soil, the testes have dual roles. They produce sperm, akin to the flowers, and testosterone, similar to the nutrients enriching the soil. The gardener's effort to cultivate both beauty and health in the garden mirrors how the testes simultaneously manage the creation of sperm for reproduction and the release of testosterone to maintain various bodily functions.
The cell formed when a sperm fertilizes an egg is called a zygote. A zygote is the first cell of a new organism containing genetic material from both parents.
Imagine you're trying to set up a new computer, but you need to combine files from an old desktop and a laptop to create a single, efficient system. This is similar to how a zygote forms when a sperm fertilizes an egg, combining genetic material from both parents to create a new, unique organism. Just as the files from both computers merge to form one cohesive system, the sperm and egg unite to form a zygote, which contains the complete set of DNA necessary to develop into a new individual.
An organism in its early stages of development. Embryo. An embryo is the initial stage of growth for a living being, after fertilization, forming the basic structures of the organism.
Imagine trying to assemble a complex piece of furniture from a box filled with seemingly random parts. Just like those parts slowly come together to form a complete chair or table, an embryo starts as a collection of cells and gradually develops into a fully formed organism. The challenge of understanding how each piece fits and contributes to the final product is similar to how an embryo's cells differentiate and organize to create the structures necessary for life, illustrating how initial stages lead to a complex, functional whole.
The ability to regrow missing body parts. Regeneration. Regeneration is the process by which certain organisms regrow lost or damaged tissues or organs.
Imagine you accidentally misplace a piece of a jigsaw puzzle you are working on. Just like finding or replacing that missing piece to complete the puzzle, regeneration involves the body restoring or growing back a missing part. The connection here is that both scenarios involve a system working to become whole again. In regeneration, the body acts like a puzzle master, finding the biological pieces it needs to regenerate the missing structure. Much like you would find or replace that missing jigsaw piece to finish your puzzle.
The entire genetic makeup of an organism. Genotype. A genotype is the set of genes in an organism's DNA that determines its traits.
Imagine trying to assemble a complex piece of furniture with a long list of parts and instructions. Just like each part and step is essential to building the final product, the genotype is the comprehensive set of instructions that determines the development and function of an organism. In this analogy, the instruction manual represents the genotype, detailing everything needed to assemble the furniture of an organism, guiding each piece, gene, to play its part in creating the whole.
The observable characteristics of an organism. Phenotype. A phenotype is the set of visible traits or characteristics of an organism, like height and eye color, that result from the interaction of its genes and the environment.
Imagine you're trying to guess the ingredients of a dish just by tasting it. Just like how the flavors, textures, and presentation of the dish give you clues about what it's made of, the phenotype of an organism reveals its genetic makeup through observable traits. In this analogy, the dish represents the organism, the taste and appearance are the phenotype, and the hidden ingredients are the underlying genes, illustrating how observable characteristics give insights into the unseen genetic blueprint.
The likelihood that an event will occur. Probability. In science, probability is a way to measure how likely it is for something to happen or be true.
Imagine trying to decide whether to carry an umbrella when the sky looks cloudy. Just like you weigh the chances of rain by considering the clouds, humidity, and weather forecast, probability measures the likelihood of an event happening by evaluating related factors. In this scenario, the umbrella decision is your event. The clouds and forecast are your data points, and your final choice reflects the calculated risk or probability of rain.
Any characteristic of an organism. Trait. In science, a trait is a specific characteristic or feature of an organism, like eye color or height.
Imagine you're picking out clothes for a day that includes work, a casual dinner, and perhaps a gym session. Just as you choose different clothes for each occasion based on their suitability and functionality, organisms have traits, specific characteristics like fur color, beak shape, or enzyme function, that suit their particular needs and environments. Just as the right outfit helps you navigate diverse social settings comfortably. Traits help organisms survive and thrive in their unique habitats, with each trait comparable to a piece of clothing that serves a specific purpose.